Hi everyone, going to do a little tutorial here for if you want to sing out. This is going to be on the riffs that are played in that. Now it's very interesting. I always like it when we start looking at this stuff and kind of tear it apart and see what it is. There's 4 actual riffs that get played. However, it's a basic riff and a variation. Then it's another basic riff with a variation on that. So it's 2 basic riffs that are played, and then there's a variation on each one to get you to the 4. All right, so let's take a look at that. What's the very first one? The first one is a little double string pattern. You're going to start with your index finger on the first string. You're going to start with your ring finger on the second string, 3rd fret. So notice if you were putting your fingers down, it's just like that. So no big stretches or anything. It's just the way your fingers would normally fall. Then we're going to take that position, we're going to slide it up 2 frets. Now your index should be on the 3rd fret. That's going to kind of be your guide. Your index is going to be the guide to what's going on here. Now here's where it gets interesting. We're going to slide up the ring finger 1 fret, and now we got to come underneath it. Now you can come underneath with your 2nd finger. Notice that, again, see our fingers are still in position here. We just had to change off that index. And then we're going to slide that another 2. So you get this. Now I'm going to drop my 2nd finger down there for that, okay? Now the other fingering that you can do if you want to use that index finger as the guide is you can put index and ring here. Now when I make the slide, because I want to close this position up, notice how we've been spread apart. Now we're going to close it up. I'm going to take my 2nd finger and have it replace my ring finger to this. Like that, okay? Now your index finger is going like this. It's following the dots up. But right here, I have to use the 2nd finger here because I closed up the position. So either way is fine. Here's open with keeping the ring finger going. Dropping the 2nd finger down there. Or this way. Now I'm going to replace the ring with my 2nd finger. Like that, okay? Now the rhythm to this, let's get the metronome going here. This is at the very end of the verse, going into the chorus. It goes like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, bum, bum, bum. All right? Now when we've got that, let's take a look at the other riff. Now the second one that we have there with the slides, we're going to get to in just a second. So let's take a look at this other riff. It goes like this. Very easy. All right? Now what's happening here is that the variation to this is very simple. So instead of going, we're going, and that's all the difference it is. First one, basic, the variation. Now in time, that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The variation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Once again, back to the basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And to the variation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, so where those are going to be used is once we get to the chorus, that leads into the chorus. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, and so forth and so on. Okay, so that's how those are going to play. So now we had our very first slide. And now we're into our chorus. Now at the end of the chorus, we're going to pick up the variation on that double string. Now the double string was like this. For the very end of the chorus, we're going to do the variation. It's got a little slide in it. All right, so we're just taking that ring finger, instead of starting it here on the third, we're starting it on the second, and then dropping in that index finger. Then we're doing the slide, 2 frets like that. Now I'm going to keep the ring finger here and show you can do the slide both ways. This is with the ring finger. It's only going to slide up 1. And I'm going to drop my second finger in underneath. And now I move that 2. Like that, okay? So that's keeping my ring finger always on that second string. Now if you want to do it the other way, where I like dropping my second finger in there, you're going to start with the ring finger, because again our hands are spread. We have 3 frets we're covering here. Our next slide. Now I just drop in here and let this second finger take over to drop in underneath from my first, my index finger. And that's where your index finger is following the dots up. Switch over here. Either way is fine, whichever way is more comfortable for you, okay? So let's take a look at this now in timing and see how this one goes. So this is coming out of the chorus where we're doing the little E minor, A minor. Let's see. It's easy. You only need to know. And that's where that one's going to fit in. Let's try that once again. Undo. Let's see. Let me catch E minor. It's easy. You only need to know. Like that, okay? So that's the slide. So now you have that one riff, you have the basic, and then it uses its variation to cap off this whole little riff section. Then coming out of the verse to the chorus, once we do this, we start with the single note, and that's going to run throughout the chorus with the little variations running. When we get to the end of the chorus, we go back, pick up that first riff, only now with the slide, and we've got all of it put together. Now let's see how that actually sounds within the song so you can see how it goes. I'm going to play this with a pick only so that you can hear it really well, but you can play this with your fingers if you want. So here we go. First is our little double string thing, going right into that riff. There's a million ways to go. You know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. Do our slide at the end. It's easy. You only need to know. There you go. So now you get an idea. So that's how that all gets put together within the song. All right? Enjoy.